Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Dillon Show. We are here in Arizona. Don't worry about it. Tour is over very soon, and then we are back in the studio. I've had enough. It's been very fun going out and doing stand-up comedy again. You begin to realize how much you love it and how much it is also destroying your life. So it is nice to be out. Come mid-November, we're shutting it down till the spring, and then we'll do another month in the spring. But this will not, this constant, Airbnbs and rental cars and planes is like, this was great. Not doing this was phenomenal. And I'm going to get back to that shortly. I'm just going to have a pandemic no matter what in my head. I don't care if everybody gets vaccinated. I don't give a fuck. I'm going back home, locking the door, going back inside. I'm not. So when I put out dates, if you want to come see me, cool. If not, don't. But then it's going to be 3 or 4 months of doing nothing. This fucking, what I was going to do last year is be on the road 40 weeks or something crazy like that. I will never do that again. I am happy doing these month and a half intensive tours and then fucking being done with it. Because, enough's enough. I can reach more people like this, to be honest, than I can, comedy club by comedy club, And they're all lovely environments, these comedy clubs. They're all great, I have owners of clubs coming in and giving me, re-gifted ear pods as a gift for selling it out. I appreciate it. But I'll pass on that. But it's been a lot of fun. The shows are really, really fun. None of the problems that I have ever have to do with the shows, which are the most fun. It is every other minute and hour of the day getting to that stage that is taxing. So, we're out. When we're out. Come see us. We have a lot of fun. And then when we're in, we're in. And that is what I've learned about this pandemic, is that it reprioritized a lot of things for me. I'm going to put a lot more into digital. We're putting a lot into digital already. That's the future. The future is not, I see all these comics and I love them and I respect them. They're performing in fields and on rooftops and wherever they can. And I get it. And I respect the hell out of that. That is not the future. That is over. And I don't know what to tell you. It's not, maybe you don't like that that's over. Many people don't like many things. Doesn't matter. The future is the future. And we're here in Arizona, which is the worst state in the union by far. There is no comparison. There is nothing worse than Arizona. Arizona is, it is an absolute, it has no redeeming qualities. It is a hot, arid desert landscape with some of the trashiest, least intelligent human beings to have ever, graced the fucking, planet here. It is bad. There are some hot people. There's some probably big OnlyFans accounts. There's some aspiring porn stars. There's a few guys that's probably fun to get into a Ponzi scheme with in Scottsdale. There's a few people that own houseboats on Lake Havasu that is probably fun. It's a great place to be when you're 23 and you're trying to fuck or whatever. I don't know. But get me out of here. Get me out of here. I've had fun. The shows are fun. The crowds are fun. But the crowds they also feel like it's like, you gotta, if you lose them for a minute, God only knows what happens here. God only knows what. People are just screaming. People are yelling and screaming. It is truly an embarrassment, the state of Arizona. There's just no other way to put it. The owner of the club was like, I'm staying in this place, Peoria. The owner of the club's like, oh, you're staying in Peoria. What are you doing? And I'm like, buddy, the whole fucking state should be firebombed. What are you, out of your fucking mind? You think you have an estate in the Pacific Palisades? You're on the surface of Mars here, and everybody's a retard. So what does it fucking matter where I am? The whole place is shit. It's irredeemable. One of your best restaurants in Phoenix has fried bread. It's called the Fry Bread House. And they take refried beans and put it on fry bread. It's disgusting. I've really had it with the West. I really have. The country's shot. I drove from Utah to fucking Arizona. I'm sick of the red clay canyons and here's the general store. I'm sick of that hokey horse shit, frontier town crap. It's enough already. Grow the fuck up. I'm sick of it. Give it back to the Indians. Give it back to them, the Native Americans. My apologies. But the country's shot. It's disgusting. The Grand Canyon, we passed that. Looks the same as it did when I was a kid. It's disgusting. Do something else. It's just enough already with these. And of course, I'm with this 24-year-old who's opening for me, who's I love, but he's an idiot. So, I mean, he's like, oh, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it nice? You stop. It's not nice, and it's not beautiful. Civilization is beautiful. People working is beautiful. Not rock formations. Get out of the national parks, please. You know, it's beautiful. Families, progress. That's beautiful. Not a red clay rock formation that looks like somewhere aliens land and face fuck you. Oh, Zion National Park is so beautiful. Yeah, it's great. Can you get me to Arizona, please, so I could perform for these fry bread heads? So I get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. These fucking tan, leathery people spent their entire life just fucking marinating themselves in vodka. I mean, I appreciate Arizona. They're open. They're letting shows happen. I'm down with that, man. They're letting things happen. We're all taking a few risks. These motherfuckers do not care. They are out there, maskless, just fucking partying. What are you going to do? We got to live. We got to do things. Some people don't want to live. That's the other thing. I mean, we're all creating government policy based on the idea that everybody wants to be here. That isn't true. A lot of people's actions suggest otherwise. So let them. Infections are now up in New York City. What did they try to do? They tried to shut down the Hasidic Jews.
Yes.
Because the Hasidic Jews aren't having it in New York.
Yeah.
They're not having it. And listen, they're doing what they want to do. So Meatball and de Blasio, who are destroying the city and state, respectively, are now picking on the Jews. Because nothing else is going right. Because the economy can't reopen, because they've destroyed the entire city. So now they're picking on the Hasidic Jews, who they really don't bother anybody. They walk around with big hats, and some of those hats are furry, and I like those hats, and I don't know what they call them. I always wanted to wear one, without, culturally appropriating or being a victim of a hate crime. What is that hat called?
It's called the Strymel, or a Shabbat hat. Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about. There's another type of hat that's furry. It's like a big furry hat.
This one, right?
By the way, I watched that documentary about Hasidic Jews, One of Us, and it was supposed to be groundbreaking, and it was just the same. They're like, during a divorce, there's the war of the family. I'm like, it's the same shit. Right. Can we stop pretending that everything's so fucking different, please? The Hasidic Jews are the same as these people that want to get drunk on Lake Havasu. They just don't give a fuck. Right. They don't care. If they're going to go, they're going to go. Stop trying to keep everyone on earth. For what? I mean, this country is going to hell, and everybody wants to keep everyone here. No, there are no jobs, and everybody goes, we need more people to not do the jobs that don't exist.
Right.
God forbid anyone die. God forbid the unemployment office line's a little shorter. If you take away people's freedom and you make them live in a fucking prison of apps and algorithms, they are going to rebel, because that is not a life. That is not a life. They want to be free. Trump is running, as Ty Rivera, who's opening for me, very funny comic, said, Trump is running with freedom. Biden is running with maybe more lockdowns, maybe more. It's probably going to be neck and neck. But I will say this: if you are running as a candidate of making decisions and being free, you might win in this country, because we are deeply uncomfortable. People like me are deeply uncomfortable with just having a federal government stop stop us from working indefinitely for something where there may not be a vaccine. This may be the best we do. We may have to let herd immunity build up. There isn't another option. The economy cannot be decimated completely to protect a small amount of people. Doesn't mean that COVID isn't real or that it isn't serious or that there aren't lasting effects. All of that is true, and it is tragic. The tragedy in this country is it's all tragic, by the way. You know, what about the people, remember pre-COVID, all the people that didn't get health care and dropped dead? Right. Was that not tragic? What about the soldiers who got back from Iraq who didn't have mental health care and they blow their brains out? A staggering amount of them every month. Was that not tragic? Is this the only fucking thing that's tragic, by the way? Is coronavirus? Is there anything else that fucking upsets you people? How about the kids that go to bed hungry every night? Is that tragic? How about all the people whose jobs were shipped to Bangladesh and they were told to rot in towns and do opioids with their kids? Is that fucking tragic? Or is there no fucking tragedy that doesn't begin and end with a fucking cough? Ugh. Okay? Let's rein it in here. Act like a fucking adult. Everything's tragic. Life is suffering in hell. Not for me at the moment. I'm in a nice Airbnb, but it ain't great. I don't like the design scheme. It's fucking Arizona. It's the best we're going to do. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. This attitude now that this is the only problem we've ever faced. Nobody ever died before this. God forbid. I'm not saying you shouldn't protect yourself. If you're immunocompromised or if you don't want the risk, you don't have to buy a ticket to one of my shows. I think you should buy it and not come. Nothing would make me happier. Nothing would make me happier than to sell out these shows and have no one come and walk out onto the stage and say, my fans are responsible, and then go back to the Airbnb. So please, if you are responsible, buy tickets for Chicago and Denver and Kansas City and Oklahoma City and do not come. None of you come. Just sell out the venues. Let me walk in. Let me sit on the stage. I'll feel safe. You'll feel safe. And then I'll do an Instagram live from the Airbnb. It's a win-win. I come, I get the check. I never need to work. I don't need to work. And I think people who do are very sick. I need to earn money. I get that. I don't need to work for it. Yelp. This is where we're at. We have police brutality. We have a very bad situation with the Breonna Taylor, with the no-knock warrant, which is one of the stupidest things that I've ever read about, have known about. The idea that the government can enter your house without knocking in the middle of the night, to me, is fucking insane. We have that. We have Derek Chauvin stepping on a man's neck for 9 minutes almost, killing him. We have protests erupt all over the country. We have instances of police brutality on film and on camera. Police need to be retrained. They need to be demilitarized. They need to reestablish, a trust with communities. There needs to be more community policing. There needs to be more stuff to fight poverty in those communities so that people aren't necessarily given no other option but to, embrace a life of crime. We need to fight that battle on all fronts. Now, we're not doing any of that, but Yelp has stepped in and is now allowing fat Americans to identify which restaurants are racist because, like everything else in America, the solution involves food and dining. There's nothing in America that doesn't involve food. Remember when the Proud Boys and Antifa were fighting? They were throwing milkshakes. They were throwing milkshakes at each other. It was a dessert-themed revolution here. And now, to correct police brutality, we now have Yelp stepping up and going, hey, let's identify which Del Taco has a Nazi working there or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Just some guy that hands you a taco and looks at you and goes, the food's okay, but these people got to go. And you're like, God damn it. What is this, Yelp? Can you fill us in on
Yeah.
this? Because this is fascinating to me. Can't I say any restaurant is racist if I don't like it?
It looks like so.
And
yeah.
I will do that. I have a list of restaurants right now that I think are, I will say that they're racist.
Yeah, they'll add a racist behavior alert to a business page when it has evidence of racist actions from a business owner or employee. And
Can they do that to podcasts? You better not do it to podcasts. I'll tell you that much.
To determine if an alert is warranted, Yelp said it will rely on and link to what it calls independent news reports of alleged racist actions associated with a business. So, yeah, I mean, if you got a couple of your friends together and you kind of got the same story, it looks like you could,
And we could just say that, for example, me and Dan were driving through Utah. We stay at the Best Western in Bryce Canyon. Fine. We leave that. We drive. We end up somewhere, a restaurant, and we have 2 steaks. The guy told me, he's like, you should get the bison. I said, you should get out of here. So we have 2 steaks. They're overcooked. Whatever. What are you going to do? We're sitting there. I mean, the restaurant it takes a long time. Food's not good. What is to stop me from saying that when the waitress put the steak down on my table, she looked at me and she whispered, Heil Hitler, and then walked away? What is to stop me from doing that?
Nothing.
What is to stop me from doing that? I don't understand. What would potentially, if I could get a few friends and we all had the same story, and we could just say, hey, this restaurant, what do they mean? What is it? A racist activity alert?
Yeah, so this is what pops up when you pull up the business. Business accused of racist behavior with a big red exclamation point, and it has a disclaimer before you visit the restaurant's page on Yelp.
Dude, no one's going to care if it's a good restaurant. If the food is good, nobody's going to give a shit. It's also like the restaurants that are really racist are poor restaurants where usually minorities hate each other. Can we go to a Korean bodega that hates black people and say a racist behavior alert? Can we do that? I've been sitting in Chinese restaurants in New York where a black lady came in and literally the Chinese one goes, you'll pay now. Like, well, what is this here?
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to just label everybody, every restaurant as racist? Racist behavior alert. I witnessed racist behavior at this restaurant. Fuck Yelp. Fuck you if you need Yelp to make a decision. Fuck you if you use Yelp. Fuck you if you write reviews on Yelp. Fuck all of that shit. It is grotesque. I stayed in a horrible Airbnb. The dude was coked out of his gills. He kept coming downstairs to use the fucking washer dryer. His kid tried to open the door. His roommate was walking around at 2, 3 a.m. I'm like, I don't even think they were gay. I think they were just coke freaks. Middle-aged guy with a roommate. You know what? If you're not fucking, what bonds you together? The love of the night. So he's out there at 2 a.m. just stomping around, and me and Dan go, hey, because I'm up giving Dan a lecture about, how superior I am to him in comedy. And Dan goes, some guy just walked by through the yard. And I go, what the fuck? So I called the owner. I go, hey, can you tell me what's going on here? He goes, he's just taking out the garbage at fucking 2 a.m. That's my roommate. Let me tell you right now, the guy starts asking me for tickets to the show. I'm like, it's sold out. He's like, there's nothing you can do. Bitch, I don't know you. You're doing laundry in the place I'm paying to stay. You're not watching your daughter who's trying to get in the room, and your coked out roommate is walking around the backyard at 2 a.m. like he's about to do a home invasion. No, there's nothing I can do. I don't review him negatively. I refuse to review him. I'm not a rat. I'm not a rat. I just don't review. My mistake, my fault. I don't review. I say I either review the Airbnbs very well or I don't review them at all. That's it. That's the game that I play. I don't want to destroy that guy's business. Now, should it be destroyed? Unquestionably. I mean, the house was a construction site. Everything was a problem. The parking, everything. There was large cinder blocks everywhere. He had different people in the yard. You could have easily justified writing the worst review ever, but I did not do it because I'm not a rat. I do not feel comfortable destroying somebody's ability to earn money. Maybe the next person will like that. Maybe his next guest is all coked up and likes strange people and children wandering in the house, and maybe that's part of the fun. Maybe that makes their vacation better, but not me. But I don't review it. I just step back. I go, let this motherfucker do what he wants to do. You know? Fine. Doesn't matter to me. Maybe he reviews me. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But I'm glad that Yelp is now solving the problem of racism, so you can go identify if the waitress at Applebee's was. And by the way, aren't these major corporations going to start to sue Yelp for this?
Oh, interesting.
Wouldn't you sue Yelp?
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. It's saying you might have to link to a news article from a credible media outlet, but I mean,
good luck finding one of them. A credible media outlet? This is what? Like,
I don't know. I mean, they don't.
What are we doing here, folks? Just eat your food and move on, you fat fucks. Jesus Christ. Green cactus is transphobic. Just eat the taco. I mean, for the love of God, this is really just creeping into every fucking area. It's boredom. This is boredom. People are bored, and they don't know what to do. And people at Yelp are like, how do we capitalize on all of the anti-racism that's floating around? Let's let people rat out restaurants they feel are racist. You should open a restaurant with the best food at the best deals and make it like genuinely the most offensive restaurant ever. Like, it should be an oppression-themed restaurant. Swear to God, the tables should be little gas chambers, and the people that serve you should be SS guards, and all the performers should be slaves. Slaves, and then to the side of the restaurant, like the people that check you in are Irish, and they haven't eaten because of the potato famine, and they all look fucking inbred, and there should be them. And then there should be a back garden of the restaurant called the Gaza Strip, where you don't even get food. They just throw the leftover food they found on the floor, they throw it at you. And if you try to get water, they hit you with a stick. And if you price that restaurant fairly, people will go. If the food is good and it is priced fairly, I will straight up look at Ben and go, we're going to Nazi slaves tonight. We're going to Nazi slaves. You know I like the buffalo chicken wrap because it's nice. They use the chunky blue cheese. We're going to Nazi slaves. So I don't care if it makes you feel uncomfortable. And we're eating in the back garden of Gaza Strip because of COVID-19. That's what they should fucking do. I mean, if I was a billionaire, I would just open the most offensive restaurant known to man and see what Yelp did with that. How do you like this, Yelp? Christ on the cross would greet you and say, hello, welcome to the restaurant. And then you know what you would do? You would pin a nail in Christ's hand, and we'd have a burger, a really big burger. And if you ate the burger, you would get to assassinate JFK. Like, we'd have a fake JFK, and you could shoot him, and then he'd splatter, and then one of the waitresses pretends to be Jackie, and we'd put you on the wall, and you said, you finished the JFK burger, and I killed Kennedy, and you'd have a big smile on your face. The desserts would be 9/11 themed. The most offensive restaurant known to man, just to fuck with Yelp. See what happens. I mean, just crazy bad. Just crazy bad. We would hand out crayons and pieces of paper to the kids, but only if they drew Muhammad. Do you understand? This restaurant would last maybe a month. In a mature country, this would be a hilarious restaurant. Yeah. In a mature country, this would be hilarious. If we were a mature country. You should be able to go out and eat a meal in a restaurant that makes fun of genocide. in a fun way. Now, I guess I understand the argument against this type of restaurant too. I'm not saying that I don't understand that, but I'm just saying it's something to consider out there. I like watches. I don't really wear them, but I like them and I should be wearing them more. Ben has a beautiful watch, and I asked him the other day, I said, what watch is this? And what did you tell me?
It's Vincero.
That's exactly how he said it, too. Like an inhuman. It's Vincero.
It's my new Vincero watch.
These are nice watches. You want to watch where people go, that guy's a human being. These watches, their price point is much lower than a watch that would cost you thousands of dollars. These watches cost you $100. And they look really, truly kind of like $1 million. They are a nice watch. It is a nice timepiece. There are several different types of watches that they offer. They have these for the office or for going out to dinner. And then they also have like some waterproof stuff. It depends on your lifestyle. Maybe you're a surfer. Maybe you're more active. Maybe you're not. So you can go to this website. You can check out what they're doing. But these watches are cool. People message Ben all the time and they go, what watch are you wearing?
Yeah, and we finally have the promo code now. I couldn't give it to you. So it's Vincero.
People message me all the time and they go, what is that? And I go, it's psoriasis. What about this watch and how do they get it? Because I'll tell you right now, a watch will make you feel confident. If you're sitting down with a woman, you're having a cocktail or a man or whatever, it's as long as it's not a child, please. I try to give pedophiles confidence. They have enough of it. Let's get back to the ad. The watch. It's our first ad for these people.
Right. They are offering you as a listener 20% off your entire order, and they are going to cover all shipping costs if you visit VinceroWatches.com/.
Do you know what this is? This is a Christmas gift for your wife's brother or your wife's your sister's husband. This is the Christmas gift for the guy you got to give something to. Also, it's a great gift for yourself, but this is the Christmas gift for somebody where you want to spend a few hundreds. You don't want to go you don't want to go into debt putting together a gift.
And you can do a dress watch, a sports watch, whatever type of person, they have a watch for them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have 23,000 5-star reviews on their website. You can go read for yourself.
That's it. I mean, truly. Everybody loves these watches. They're the perfect price point. It's an insane value for money. They're a great gift. You can gift these watches really to anybody. People love them. I think that's really the direction that you should go in with a product like this. You go, hey, let me get a Vincero watch. It helps out the Tim Dillon Show. I enjoy that show. And what's the story of Vincero? Isn't it inspiring?
Let's see. They don't have a backstory here.
Well, do you know that I know the backstory?
Oh, what is it?
It was started by an Italian man who was resisting Mussolini. And he resisted Mussolini for a very long time. And then, social pressures are what they are. He kind of did throw his hat in with Mussolini at the end. But but he held out for like a week. His children did not like that. And they were like, that is not, most of them. Some of them were like, our father made choices. And, a few of the children were like, this country should be glorious. But most of them are not fascists, is my point. The ones that weren't fascists carried the Vincero watches to America to start a new life. And then they became involved in criminality, crime family, as many Italians do. And they spent most of their life extortion, racketeering, and murdering people that couldn't come up with the monthly vig. Now, but the watches were really top-notch, and they're beautiful watches. And then when the mafia ended, the Vincero family was just like, we're just going to do watches. And they then became very obsessed with Obama's birth certificate. And that was an interesting period of time. But now they're just selling watches. Just watches. And they're nice. So how do we get the Vincero watches? I'm going to have so many calls on my cell phone. Keep donating to that. Keep giving to the Patreon, folks, because, this is real.
Go to VinceroWatches.com.
They're good watches. I mean, we're trying to have fun here, but they're actually good watches. They're good watches.
Go to VinceroWatches.com/Tim. Don't you dare pay full price at checkout. Go to my link and my code Tim will be auto-applied at checkout. This is a buy you will not regret.
And none of this, and we've checked this out, none of this is going to neo-fascist parties in Italy right now. None of it. Vincero watch. It's a good watch. Manscaped is now doing more than dick trimmers. They're also doing nose hair trimmers. Hair all over your body, you need Manscaped. It's great. It's the best ball hair trimmer on the market. Shaves your piece, makes it look great. Also, your nose, any orifice that hair is coming out, it absolutely takes care of. Manscaped has been a partner with this show for a very long time. One of our earliest sponsors. We're big fans of Manscaped. I use it. Ben uses it. It's really, really good. I make Ben shave my dick before every show with Manscaped. And then he goes to a lawyer, and the lawyer's like, you don't have to do that. And then I say to the lawyer, you shut the fuck up. You don't tell him what he has to do. He also has to shave my asshole before every show. And he used to mind it, but he doesn't mind it anymore, right? Because of Manscaped. It doesn't really bother him anymore. And we've got a special offer for the people.
Get 20% off and free shipping.
20% off?
Uh-huh. You just have to use the code TimD at manscaped.com.
They're giving away the store. 20% off, code TimD at manscaped.com. God, they're giving away the store. Manscaped.com for your nose and your balls and everything in between. It's a great way to support the show. It is a really good product. Trump dropped out of the digital debate. He dropped out of the second digital debate. People are saying, can we also stop wishing how many articles do we need here that are like, the president might experience the worst of this on day 9? Right. It's like, guys, how many fucking articles where you're openly wishing for the guy's death do we need to see in the paper? I don't think he's doing a good job. I don't think he should necessarily be reelected. I mean, the problem is he's running against a corpse. So I'm kind of taking myself out of this one in any type of emotional investment. I don't think there's a huge upside to either one winning, to be quite honest with you, because it is just a fucking disaster. But he's out of the digital debate. And is there one more debate? There's supposed to be a final debate.
There's going to be, then they're going to move the third debate to October 29th, just days before the November 3rd election.
Yeah, so the final debate is October 29th, right before Halloween, right before the election. Democrats are killing in early voting. They're killing in early voting. They clearly have the enthusiasm on their side. Kamala did a good job in that debate with Mike Pence. Pence held his own too. He's kind of an unlikable white guy. You know, Kamala's got whatever she's got going on. I don't even know her race. I'm not even going to speculate. She's black and Indian and she's everything. And she just did a good job. I don't know that changes anybody's mind. I don't know that these debates change anybody's mind. But we're heading towards Halloween. And then Halloween this year is probably not even going to feel like Halloween, because there's lots of places that won't be doing the trick-or-treating. And then the real Halloween will start on November 3rd if there is not a clear-cut winner to this election. If this election does not have a clear-cut winner, we're going to have massive protests, demonstrations, riots, and we're going to have a crisis in confidence in the government. We may be heading towards a constitutional crisis if this is not. Listen to this, right? So my manager, my old manager, who I had to fire, but I love, but I had to fire because
Yeah, I love him.
I would call him and he would just go, I don't know. And I'm like, you got to at least make it up. So this is very interesting. There's this article that came out about Epstein called I Called Everybody in Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book, Bring It Up. But what's funny about the article is they say you learn a lot about Ghislaine, Epstein's connections, and also stand-up comedy. It's odd. Read the tagline of this article. It's kind of interesting. And I'm like, this is all fucking stand-up needs. We've had enough in the last few months of people, rightly or wrongly, getting a comeuppance. The last thing we need is more fucking bad press. What is the tagline of this?
What I learned about rich people, conspiracy, genius, Ghislaine, stand-up comedy, and evil from 2,000 phone calls.
Well, it's like, which one of those doesn't seem like the other? So my ex-manager sent me a section of the article. Epstein took a liking to the comedian Bobby Slayton, who's a legendary comedian.
Yeah.
After seeing him perform at the Palm Beach Improv, the guy was a big fan of mine, and his girlfriend, Ghislaine, called me for his 50th birthday party. She said he was a big fan and wanted me to come entertain and that there was going to be some big high-profile people there. So I asked, what does it pay? And she says, well, it doesn't pay anything, but we're going to fly you out and put you up. And I said, what kind of fucking gig is this? Jeffrey was a giant comedy. I love these motherfuckers don't pay. Right. They don't pay. Fucking scum. We're just never respected. We're never respected comedians, you know? You could be entertaining the most successful pedophiles on the planet and you still no respect. Slayton mentioned to Maxwell offhandedly that he might bring his wife, to which he answered, no women. The party fell through, or at least Slayton's invite did, but Epstein kept in contact with the comedian, catching his shows around Palm Beach, Miami, and New York. Epstein invited Slayton to his mansion in Palm Beach for coffee and to, quote, talk about comedy. But when Slayton arrived, Epstein wouldn't let him inside. He showed me the pool in the garage, his cars, but he didn't let me in, Slayton said. He was never invited to the private island, but he once brought it up in conversation with Epstein, who responded that he didn't invite many people out there. When Slayton proposed he and his wife come out to the island sometime, Epstein responded, no wives. Jeffrey was a giant comedy fan, huge. All he talked to me about was comedy, Slayton said. He was like a little kid talking about it. He loved guys with an edge. He loved Louis Black, Sam Kinison, Bill Hicks. You know what's kind of sad here? I'm not comparing myself to these people, but let's be honest. He would have enjoyed this show.
He would have liked it.
He would have liked this show.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have loved this show. I think he would have liked the video where I dressed up like his temple. I bet. And I bet Ghislaine saw that. It was like, Jeffrey would have loved this. They've got a real great dynamic, Tim and Ben. It's sad to know that I am now down a fan.
It's kind of sad.
It is kind of sad. He liked good comedy, Jeffrey. He liked good comedy. How horrible would it be if he was like, he hated, like he just liked, like not good comedy, which I won't mention what that is. Just let it in your head. Jeffrey was a big fan of, that would be horrible, but this guy liked actually good comedy. So why not? Yeah, but these articles now about Trump, they're like, doctors said that actually around the 2-week mark is when Trump's heart will explode in his chest. And you're like, guys, can we stop, reveling in the possibility that this guy might have serious complications from this, Trump is not out of the woods yet. They'll be running these articles if he wins again. They'll be like, not out of the woods yet. Right. Several months later, it's still a possibility that Trump literally melts. It's never happened before to a corona patient, but it could happen. What about spontaneous combustion? Where Trump, did you ever hear about that? That used to fascinate me. People that burst into fire. You ever read about that?
I was reading about this the other day, yeah.
Because in Arizona, I want to see someone burst into fire. And preferably the entire state. I'm kidding. Don't get mad if you're from Arizona. If you're from Arizona, you understand everything I'm saying right now. And if you don't, there's a fucking problem. It's like I talk a lot of shit about Long Island because it's deserved. It's warranted. I've never been like, it's a great, compassionate place where people are full of empathy and intelligence? Long Island. I've never said that. I've said good clams, good bagels, good sandwiches. I've said very little about the people other than that they're funny. Right. They are funny. Okay? What is this spontaneous combustion? Is this real? Can this happen and should it happen? Yes or yes?
Okay, so supposedly there's about 200 cases of this happening.
Crazy.
So like in Galway, Ireland, a 76-year-old Michael Faraday was found burned to death at his home in December 2010.
I can't trust anything from Ireland. These people are completely backwards. They have no idea what's going on. Can we go to a Norwegian country or something where these people have an idea of what the fuck is happening? Ireland believes in banshees and witches. I mean, these people don't. Michael Flaherty died because he burst into flame. Yeah, sure he did. Great. Thanks. How about you put a floor in your house? But you put a floor in the home. I remember I was with an Irish comedian once. She said, why did your grandparents leave Ireland? And I went, well, they weren't dogs. We're on the way to tape Netflix. They weren't dogs. They wanted to live in America because they weren't dogs, okay? They didn't want to piss and shit themselves. Now, I love Ireland. I love the culture. And I know that what I'm saying now seems like I don't, but I do. But let's also be very honest. There's some issues. Not the most motivated crew. Not the most motivated group of people living over there in Ireland. You know? This isn't exactly like, let's make it happen. So can we find another example of spontaneous combustion that's not centered in in Aaron's Isle?
So here's one from Crown Point, New York.
Okay.
In 1986, the charred body of 58-year-old retired firefighter George Mott was found in his apartment. All that was left of him was a leg, a shrunken skull, and pieces of his rib cage.
What, Ben? How does any of this prove that he spontaneously burst into flames?
Like, because the remnants weren't there, so the only thing the people could say was he just spontaneously combusted, and there were just particles.
Interesting. Maybe he lit himself on fire, though.
Some of these they found like, oh, he had a heart attack and a lit cigarette lit his body on fire, and then he just burned into flames. But
I want to go like that. I want to go with some spontaneous combustion in a racist restaurant. And I want people to come back and write about the racist restaurant and not me.
So like methane can build up in the intestines, and that might be how it ignites. Some people theorize, but no one's ever like witnessed it themselves.
No one's ever seen somebody spontaneously combust.
No.
Methane meaning like you don't fart and it just builds up.
Yeah, and then it just something sparks it, like in a gas tank in a car. And
dude, you look around. I mean, we know me. I'm not the picture of health, but I mean, you go around the country. I mean, this is what it is. I'm trying to swim more. We had avocados and eggs for the breakfast this morning. I mean, what do you want me to do here? You know? I've made very bad decisions with my health. I've done drugs. I've smoked. I've drank. I've eaten very bad food, very good food. But you go around the country and you look at some people. Some people, dude, I mean, it's bad. It's truly bad. Mm-hmm. The level of, decay, it's bad. The fat is wild. I mean, there's a lot of people that are just way over 4 or 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big. The skin you see on some people's is not good. Years of environmental factors, maybe. Maybe it's drugs, maybe it's booze. But you look around at people, and sometimes you just look at people, and you feel guilty a little bit because you have a good life. You have a decent life. I have a decent life. It's pretty good. And sometimes I'll look at somebody at a rest stop, they have like sunken in eyes, and I can tell they were probably raised in a coal mine by 2 parents that just beat and fucked them or something. And like this person is just, they have these sunken in eyes and they're just doing the best they can. And like, I'm like, hey man, you have any yogurts? And they're like, no. And I feel so bad for them that I feel like so bad for them that I will only scream at them for 2 or 3 minutes. Like I will not, usually I'll scream at someone for like a solid 6 minutes. I will genuinely only scream at these people for 2 or 3 minutes because they've had it so bad. And I go, hey, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, it's the hills have eyes. It's the hills have eyes out there. I mean, this country, large swaths of the country are full of people who the horror movie, you could just make a documentary. You could just pull into like any strip mall and just make a documentary. Just put sad music. My name is Fern. Like you got a doc. You got a doc. Everyone's like, documentaries are hard. No, they're not. In this country, they're not at all. Go to a rest stop. You got a documentary. I could make a brilliant rest stop documentary tomorrow. It's fucking easy. These documentary filmmakers just point a fucking picture. They point the camera to Mongoloid and let them talk for an hour, and then they get a fucking Golden Globe and Academy Award. Oh, it's so hard to make it. No, it's not. It is not. Just go to a bowling alley in Alabama. You have a documentary. Now, find somebody who's worked there for 30 years and just ask them about their life. You just hear the bowls, the pins, and then you have just somebody just eating nacho cheese with the one finger they have left because they lost the other ones in the fucking ball retrieval. Right. Everyone's a brilliant documentary. I mean, there's this documentary, Darwin, which is a good documentary. They just found the smallest town in America, in Death Valley, California. It's a great documentary. They did a documentary called October Country. Beautiful, cinematic, gorgeous. They just went to a family upstate that's all fucked up. That's any family. Hello? You're in a documentary now. Tell us about your lives. Are you fucked too? I'm going to go win an award. The guy did it. Donal Mosher, I think is a photographer. He did it about his own family. But I will say this. I loved October Country. I thought it was brilliant. I think it's called, yes. I thought it was brilliant. And then he never did anything else, which upset me. And I actually also like Darwin. I just want to let these people know that artistically, I know what you're doing. It's nowhere near as difficult as what I do every week, which is yell about things that bother me with no preparation into a camera that I don't even know how to set up. You understand? So artistically, I just want you to know that I see you. It's called October Country, right?
It is.
It's just a tragedy, but it's great, man. Upstate is just tragic. It's great, man. When you get upstate, you just want to take a pill. When you go upstate New York, knowing that downstate is just thriving metropolis, or was, thanks to Blasio, de Blasio's daughter's like running around shooting cops now, you know?
Really?
She was arrested for like looting, de Blasio's daughter. These people are, I mean, God. So knowing that the downstate of New York is like a thriving metropolis, it makes upstate even sadder because there's some natural beauty upstate, but there are these old factory towns where all the factories have left. I mean, I got locked out of my Chase account and I just spent an hour on the phone with people in India, and God love them. And listen, they're trying to better their lives. No hatred towards them, but all of these fucking jobs, customer service, manufacturing, a lot of them went overseas with NAFTA, and all those people in New York State were just left to die. They were just left to die there. And when you go to these towns, you just want to take a Perk-a-doodle-doo. You want to take a Percocet. My aunt used to get really fucked up on pills, and we came up with a song. Me and my cousins came up with a song where we would just go, Perk-a-doodle-doo, Perk-a-doodle-don't. Will Perk-a-doodle will. I bet you Perk-a-doodle won't. Because she used to just sit in the chair, all pilled out and all drunk. Now she just goes on the book. But goes on the Facebook. But I'll tell you right now, I get this documentary canard. I'm unimpressed by it. I've been out on the road for 2 weeks. I've been in 9 documentaries. Mm-hmm. Every store's a documentary. Things are not great. Magic Spoon cereal is a no-sugar, low-carb, keto cereal that fits into any diet plan. It replicates all the sugar cereals that you had as a kid, whether it be Fruity Pebbles, my favorite flavor, they have fruity, whether it be Reese's Puffs, they have a peanut butter flavor. It's really, really good. Dan, my opener, loves the peanut butter flavor, because he's Florida trash. But still, I think it's very important, especially if you're on any type of diet, to be able to substitute a bowl of cereal for a meal replacement or a snack. It's very good. Magic Spoon is some of the healthy. Yes, it costs a little bit of money because they're using like monk fruit extract and really like expensive high-end ingredients to sweeten it so they don't have to use sugar. It doesn't kick you out of ketosis, doesn't fuck you up. And they also don't use these crazy sugar alcohols. It's really all natural. So it's really important that if you're making an investment, you're making an investment in your health. I love Magic Spoon cereal. You know, I feel like there are people that don't understand how much Magic Spoon has changed my life. You know, before Magic Spoon cereal, I was a cannibal. I've never even told you this.
I didn't know that.
I used to eat people. I would eat the skin of a person. I would cook it and eat it. And it's uncomfortable to discuss this. And a few of those people I killed, hookers and truckers, and I would cook them. And I would eat their flesh, which was keto, technically. Maybe not. I think it was. Some of them had sugar in their blood, probably. But when I tried Magic Spoon cereal, I stopped doing that. I stopped murdering whores and eating them. And I started eating Magic Spoon cereal. And I went to the police and I confessed. And they refused to put me in jail because they said, hey, white guy. That's what they called me. I said, I just killed a bunch of whores and ate them. They said, hey, white guy, We all have moments in our life we're not proud of. They said, what made you stop that? I said, I'm eating a keto cereal, very low in sugar, and I shared it with them. We all ate Magic Spoon cereal. And they helped me. Magic Spoon cereal is the official cereal of the police. So if you support the cops, support Magic Spoon cereal. A dollar from every box of Magic Spoon cereal is donated to Derek Chauvin's legal fund. Sometimes I do it just so we get the call. Because sometimes we're bored.
Yeah.
What is the offer here for these people? None of that's true, folks, of course.
Magicspoon.com.
Except the cannibal. I did eat people.
Magicspoon.com/Tim Dillon. Use the code Tim Dillon for free shipping.
Magicspoon.com/Tim Dillon. Use the code Tim Dillon for free shipping. It's a great cereal. I really love it. They're coming out with new flavors all the time. It's a great way to stay healthy and stay fit. I'll probably have some of it when I get back to Palm Springs.
Yeah, and they'll refund you if you don't like it. So
if you don't like it, they'll refund you, but you're going to like it, folks. Stop. Hawthorne, your skin, it sucks. Everyone hates you. Your breath is bad, and you smell like shit. Hawthorne is here to help. Why? Why is it so good? You can personalize your products. That's what the rich do. They personalize things. So what Hawthorne allows you to do is you take a little simple quiz, find out what your deal is, what you smell like, your pheromones, where you live, environmental factors, things like that, the type of climate you're in, and they put together a perfect patented fragrance for you and skin creams and everything else. It is a personalized, beautiful way to look beautiful and gorgeous and hot. That's what it is. Hawthorne is great. They've sent us a bunch of products. We've went through the process. We've enjoyed it. It's fun. You create your own little product. You have your own line of things specifically designed for you, where you live, what type of job you're in, the climate you're in, everything. It is really, truly amazing. Mass-produced, mass-marketed, clinical stuff has a lot of drugs and additives in it. Hawthorne is all natural, and it's personalized specifically for you and your needs, Benjamin. So what type of deal are they going to get?
So check out Hawthorne at hawthorne.co. That's Hawthorne with an E. And use my promo code TIM to get 10% off your first purchase. That's HAWTHORNE.co. And use the code TIM to get 10% off your purchase.
How cool is that? 10% off your first purchase, hawthorne.co, promo code TIM. I mean, I think America will bounce back slowly but surely. I mean, Arizona, it's like there isn't, it's not the pandemic in Arizona, but there's just every other problem you could feasibly imagine. Go. What are the stats now in New York? They got 500 cases in New York now.
Let's see.
We're like 50,000 cases a day in the country. I swear I had this thing in early March. I don't know that I did, but I'm just going to say that I did to make myself feel better.
Yeah, they're trending upward right now.
They're trending upward right now because people are going back inside. It's the winter. People are going back inside, and this shit is going to trend upward. The kids are going back to school. They're back at colleges. You know how it is. Tell your kid not to go to college. How about that? Tell them that they can't endanger the family and take out a bunch of student loans and listen to a professor prattle on about nothing. Tell them to go get a goddamn job. Go work at a rest stop. You know what they have at those rest stops? Those for real milkshakes. Have you ever seen them? They're like these weird, they call them F''REAL milkshakes. And you got to take, which I don't have any of this, but you got to take them and then mix them in a machine and they become a milkshake.
God.
I mean, this is what people, this is what people are drinking. This is what people are drinking in America. A for real milkshake. This is what people are drinking on the road. When they stop into a rest stop, this is what human traffickers are drinking. For real milkshakes and old donuts with flies on them and beer and butts and some ciggies. Get some trail mix, get a few cubes of cheddar cheese, get back in the car, throw some 5-hour energy down your throat and get back on the road to nowhere and hope and pray that aliens land. Hope and pray that aliens land and probe you right up the ass because it'll be more fun or interesting than wherever the hell is at the end of your journey. Mine was Arizona. I do respect the Arizona woman, like the leathery turquoise jewelry woman. I always have. You know, that's an expression that people have said a lot, that kind of Arizona woman. And I've always kind of respected that kind of demon from hell. You know, like that just kind of Arizona woman. The people in this state, I think, pride themselves, like Long Island, they pride themselves on ignorance.
Yes.
They pride themselves, you know, when I said there's no fucking schools here that even, you know, like everybody starts clapping. It's cool to be hot here, which I get. It is cool to be hot. But they pride themselves on a certain type of ignorance that is, you know, can be a bit scary when times are as trying as they are. A little terrifying, the level of ignorance that some of these people. They're just not bright people. The shows are fun. My fans came out. They're bright. I think my fans are a step above. They're a cut above the rest of the people in Arizona. Salt Lake is just desolate. No one's there. There's a few Mormons that scurry around here and there. They're clean people, the Mormons. They don't drink. They don't smoke. They run businesses. The Marriott family's Mormon. Didn't know that.
Oh, really?
My cousin was excommunicated. My second cousin, whatever, not second, cousin-in-law, whatever. My cousin married this guy. He was excommunicated from the Mormon church at like 17. They were just like, fuck you. Get out of here. Wow. Isn't that something?
Yeah. They're strict.
You cannot get excommunicated from Catholicism, really, truly. Although Bill O'Reilly tried to have his wife excommunicated, which I still find hilarious. He wanted to damn the mother of his children to hell.
I forgot about that.
One of my favorite things Bill O'Reilly's ever done. I just think that's such a great testament to his character. It's like not enough that we're not going to be married. It's like, I don't want to make your life hell. I want to ruin eternity as well. I want you to burn in hell forever. How sick is that guy? And everybody watched that guy for like 10 years and thought that was like a guy that you could listen to. And then you found out that he was trying to literally get his wife put in hell. And you're like, oh, this was the guy that was fair and balanced. That was the no spin zone. A guy that was trying to get his wife eternally damned. I mean, he went to the church, tried to have his wife eternally damned. Because that's what excommunication is, by the way. Okay? I mean, can you imagine this guy? He's a traditionalist. He just wants his wife to burn in hell. His kids go, Dad, where's Mom? Oh, she's in hell. I took care of her. He pictures himself in heaven smoking a cigar. Yeah, my wife's down there in hell. And his wife just screams, ah! The unending screams of hell. If you believe that horse shit, you know, that's what he was trying to do. Right. I mean, if you believe that lake of fire crap, this is what that guy was trying to get accomplished. And that guy was like the guy that everybody was like, Bill's a good traditional man. We should listen to him. He thinks we should go to war in Iraq. We're putting up new dates on the website, timdilloncomedy.com. Tim J. Dillon, a lot of stuff on Instagram, updating you guys about dates. We are wrapping this tour up. Can you bring up the dates, Ben? When do we wrap this baby up?
So these I wrote down. We got Tampa, the 20th to the 21st.
Tampa's now full capacity. Yeah. So tickets have opened up. Go and grab them. Side Splitters in Tampa. One of my favorite clubs.
We got Palm Beach, the 22nd to the 24th.
Palm Beach. Come down there and Bridges Lane.
We got Oklahoma City, October 29th to the 31st.
Oklahoma City, we're doing Halloween. Me and Dan Carney will be there for Halloween. Going to be really, really fun. We're doing a lot of crazy shit. If you come out that show for Halloween, we're going to do crazy shit. Costumes, stupid stuff. It's going to be really fun.
I think I'll be there that weekend, too.
Yeah, Ben may come out for that.
Then Chicago, the October 27th to the 28th.
27th to the 28th, Chicago, baby, one of my favorite markets and favorite cities. Now we're in the suburbs. We're in the burbs. We're in the Schaumburg Improv because the clubs in Chicago City were not open at the capacity that we want. So we're going to the burbs. Go to Schaumburg. Take an oopsie. Relax. You people drink and drive. Do it.
Kansas City, November 10th through the 11th.
Kansas City, I've never been there to do comedy. I've been there for other reasons. When I was a little kid, where I was on an acting tour with a play, we stopped through there. Maybe it was the other one, Missouri. I don't know. I don't care. Kansas City, what is this? Kansas or Missouri?
Kansas City, Missouri, I believe.
Okay, we don't know.
I'm not sure. The dates are on your website.
First of all, who cares? The dates are on the fucking website. Just buy the tickets.
Then you got Denver.
Denver is it. November 12th through the 14th. Then we are done with this leg of the tour. Then we are going dark for December, January, February. Now, by the way, dark meaning we're doing 2 podcasts a week. We're doing a ton of sketches. We got a new YouTube show coming out that we're not talking about. There's all kinds of stuff happening. But that, you know, the podcasts are a little tougher to do on the road. We still accomplish them. We still do them. They're still great. But we need to get back to base here, base camp. We need to so we could create and innovate and do new shit. I can't always be in a fucking Airbnb, in Arizona. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, what are your impressions of this place? Just because I don't want to fucking get everyone. Back me up or don't.
It's a skid mark.
It really is.
It is. It's a fucking...
It's a horror. It's a goddamn horror here.
It's the worst.
Move. It's like a big P.F. Chang's.
I can't think of a worse state.
I mean, it's the worst.
I can't think of a worse one.
There's nothing worse. California ain't great, but at least it's got some high points. I do like Scottsdale. There's some dope mansions in Scottsdale. Listen, there's people in Arizona that I dig, and I understand what it is here. But just, let's be honest. Enough. Enough with Arizona. And enough with wishing the president death. And enough with ratting out the local fucking microbrewery or fucking gastro pub. And I mean, I love my friend. My friend Joe and his wife Meg in Georgia took me out to dinner, in Atlanta, and I was unimpressed. And they have a beautiful home and a beautiful family, and the mark of success in their life is not impressing me, and thank God. Because they would have failed horribly. Took me to some gastro pub. Folks, are we high? We know the rules, corporate steakhouse or nothing. Not trying to go to a gastro pub. This is actually the best lobster roll. Shut the fuck up. I better recognize this place from other cities. I better know the menu already. Too much risk. And then we walk around some like gentrified area of Atlanta. I don't want this. I want the big old homes where I feel like I shouldn't be. Some fucking gentrified area. Everybody's drinking cold brew and planning a Friendsgiving. Burn in hell. My opener at 24 is like, this is so cool. Meet a lot of girls here this time. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I want to see the dark castles. Where they control I want to see where the power is. Not a gastro pub. Stop wasting my time. For the love of God, I should have picked a restaurant. I'm never not picking a restaurant when I go visit somebody. Yeah. You have kids. Your job is to raise a beautiful family, and they're doing that. You can't be up on everything, They probably went to Yelp. And said, which restaurant isn't racist? We want to go eat some non-racist poke bowls. Keep buying all the products, please, on the show if you need them. If you don't need them, buy them anyway and give them to people for the holidays. The holidays are coming up. So important. It was good to see my friend. It was good to see old friends. Good to see people you haven't seen in a while. It really is. They're doing great. And I'm okay. Listen, I don't need to be impressed all the time. Be nice to be impressed some of the time. Just a little bit. But I'm impressed with their family and their life. And that's what they got to do. That's what they got to do. But there is something to be said every now and then for, taking out a guest, the right way. I paid for the meal. Take me out somewhere nice. I said, I'll buy a really expensive dinner, please. Let's go somewhere nice. I said, go to a gastro pub. What are we, nuts? Walk around? What? Then we went to like a food hall, like a food court, like walking around. I'm like, are you nuts? I mean, truly, and I don't think they listen to this, so they won't hear it.
Okay.
But, I'm just saying.
You guys ate some fucked up stuff down there, right? Like waffles and shit. I forget what you had.
We went to one restaurant that was kind of good, and we just had some southern shit.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of over the southern food of just, bacon fried butter balls. Yeah. It's like, just steak and fish, please. Steak and fish, and leave me alone. Yeah. I don't need deep fried cornbread, bacon pudding, fucking, sausage gravy, grits and grease. I don't need that shit. It's not that good. It really isn't that good. It tastes like you should be eating it out of a trough. Truly does. I've eaten in some of the greatest restaurants in the world, and it's been an honor for both me and them. And I just find it tremendously insulting when I'm taken to somewhere that is not up to my standards. I feel like it makes me sad, and I hope that I just hope that the next place I'm taking is good. Ben's never taken me anywhere good either.
I've never picked a restaurant for you to go to.
You've never picked because you're not allowed.
I know. And I don't order when we go out either.
You're not allowed to order, and you're not allowed to pick the restaurant. And every now and then, you get to speak at certain intervals, and you know that. Like very much like this show.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. It's not a free-for-all.
No.
Sometimes we'll sit down and you start going and talking, and I look at you like, what's this? And then you realize you're like, I'm out of control right now. You're like, and then the other thing, and I went, no. Down. I mean, that's the game here. That's the game. I choose the restaurants, I choose the food, I choose the topics of conversation, and I talk about them. You listen, you nod, you look good, you don't get fat, you look respectable. That's the way it works, folks. Yeah. You think that's abusive friendship? You go find a friend. How about that? That works for us.
It's actually very healthy.
I think it's great. We've been best friends for like 3 years. This works. Yeah, it does. It really works. He knows every thought out of his head doesn't need to see the light of day. Right. Most of them are great. Some of them are really good. Some of them don't. I mean, the other one, Dan, I just kind of hit and stuff. I just push up against the wall. He knows. I mean, you can't let these people just speak and go on and on and on. You got to cut them off out of love. Out of love. When they start going, you got to go, rein it in. And Ben has never chosen a restaurant. I mean, he's never allowed. Ben told me once, he goes, I really like a restaurant called Rockin' Egg Cafe. And I said, you know what? I don't go to restaurants where the first word is rockin'. So you're done now. I like Rockin' Egg. What did you used to get at Rockin' Egg Cafe? Rockin' and rollin' omelets? What the fuck did you get there?
I can't remember, like Denver omelets and shit.
Yeah, good. And you can do that. He's allowed to do that. I'm just uninvolved. I'm to make the decision. Otherwise, we end up in a restaurant with a name like Rockin' Egg Cafe. I let Dan choose a restaurant. It was shit. Oh, yeah. I know what's good. I don't want to know what's good. I just do. If you're the guy that picks the restaurant, always just be that guy. Yeah. Don't let the other people choose. They're wrong. Let them do other things, like raise their kids. It's very laudable. It's a great activity, but you're not choosing the restaurant because you're going to be wrong. And I'm going to have to make a scene, rip my mask off and cough in someone's face. We were supposed to go to the fry bread house. I think we'll skip that.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think we'll skip the fry bread house in Arizona. Even though it is good, the fry bread is very good, by the way. I just, my hatred of Arizona is now unfortunately targeting the fry bread house, which has done nothing to me. And is just probably pretty damn good. But because it is in Phoenix, Arizona, I am now launching into a diatribe against it for no real reason. Thank you to everybody who came out to Arizona, who came out. I love your state. It's an honor to be here. And I really enjoy the fact that you guys came and spent some time with me. One of the greatest gifts as a comedian is to travel around the country and see beautiful and unique places, make connections with people and things. And being here in Arizona has made me deeply grateful to have the job that I have and to be able to be on the road here. I love all the club owners that give me gifts that were in their children's room an hour before they gave it to me. I love everyone. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in your beautiful state. I do like my job a lot. I don't want to work at a restaurant stop with sunken in eyes. But if I fucking did, and somebody came in and a fat cunt came in and wanted yogurt, and I would know where that fucking yogurt was, man, would I know where that yogurt is. Because that fat cunt's trying to change his life. And he's trying to do a high-protein yogurt at 2 a.m. while he's driving through a fucking military base on the way to go perform at the Fry Bread House for a bunch of lizards. Get tickets to the shows. Maybe I'll be nicer to your town. Probably not. Goodbye.
I am Patricia Oliver, and this is my husband, Manuel. 2 years ago, our beautiful son, Joaquin, was shot and killed at Parkland. Every day I think about him and what his last moments must have been like.
Meanwhile, every day, nearly 100 more families lose someone they love to gun violence. Every single day, we keep telling people it doesn't have to be like this. They don't listen. So we found a way to bring back someone that no one will ignore.
It's very hard for me to look at this. So please listen to what our son has to say.
Yo, it's me. It's Guac. I've been gone for 2 years and nothing's changed, bro. People are still getting killed by guns. What is that? Everyone knows it, but they don't do anything. I'm tired of waiting for someone to fix it. The election in November is the first one I could have voted in, but I'll never get to choose the kind of world I wanted to live in. So you've got to replace my vote. Go to unfinishedvotes.com, register, then go vote. Vote for politicians who care more about people's lives than the gun lobby's money. Vote for people not getting shot, bro. I mean, vote for me, because I can't. We've got to keep on fighting, and we got to end this.
Well, that was fun. I like that. I think that's fun. I think that's a good idea. I think reanimating the corpses of people to come back and make political points is a good idea. And I know many of you probably are watching this program, didn't expect me to come down on that side of the issue, but I like it. I like it. I like making technology work for us. I think it is such a cool way to get a message across. Just bring people back from the dead and put words in their mouth. And maybe, did he say his name was Guac?
His name is Joaquin Oliver.
Okay.
But he goes by Guac.
He goes by Guac.
Yeah.
In the beginning, he said, hey, it's Guac. If I die, please reanimate me and have me just slinging promo codes. I hope Ridge Wallet does it. I hope if I die, Ridge Wallet brings me back from the dead. And I'm just like, I used to sling these wallets for years on my show. And I've been dead for 3 years. And they're still great quality. And they're still great value. I would have bought these wallets if I was alive, but I'm not. I'm dead. I don't know. It's a little disturbing. But I get it. They're passionate, and they feel like, what can we do? I would have liked if they did a rap song. If they had made Joaquin Oliver a rapper. He could have came back and did a rap song. You know? That would have been a little more impressive. I get it. You could do the, you could recreate the voice and the imagery. Creepy, but I know it's possible. But make a hit. You really want the kids involved? Make a hit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have them do a talk. Bring him back. I want him back again for a TikTok viral dance challenge and a hit song. I respect that he's got a political message, But let's take it one step further. This is the beginning of the dystopia that we discuss on this show day in and day out forever since we've begun talking. It's materializing. Now, I don't know if now that it's materializing, I'm going to have to go in like a whole other direction.
Right.
Because it's like barely funny now that it's here. You know what I mean? It's kind of at a point now where it's like substantially less funny that it's arrived, and it's just mouth agape, jaw dropping. Holy shit. They are literally bringing back a dead kid to do a fucking PSA about voting. Like, this is literally happening. It's real. His parents are doing that. This is nuts. The president of the United States has COVID. The doomsday planes are in the air. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Jimmy Fallon and the Muppets are the way to go. Maybe I was wrong. It's truly... I said the other night on stage, we're in Nashville here. That's why the studio looks slightly different. The great Ben Avery flying down to make it seamless here and for you to enjoy our lovely curtain. Our studio's a curtain, and we want you to enjoy it. And it's simple. It's like this is a table with a cloth on it. It looks like we're a bunch of veterans who sat up a table in the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island during like some type of trade show, military history, show. We have all kinds of medals set up, and we just want to talk to you. But I mean, when Ben showed me that this morning, I was like, well, it's here. Like, what do you do when it's here? Like everything we've discussed, it's just here now. I don't know. You want me to do interviews with upcoming bands? I don't know. But this is really, truly 100. It's arrived. It's not on its way. It's not coming. It's not a futuristic movie. It's not an article you read. It's not an idea. It's not a joke. It's not a prank. It is 100% in effect. It's here. The dystopian nightmare has arrived. You don't know who's talking to you, if they're real, if they're dead, when they were dead. You don't know if the people running for president are alive or dead. They're being hidden. Everybody's got COVID, and then no one does. States are open and then they're not. I don't know. Reality's I don't know. You key in. We just had this Hattie B's Nashville hot chicken. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting. What's wrong with you people? Large swaths of this country are just drunk ne'er-do-wells who just like some local garbage. The chicken is like so hot you can't eat it. There's only one reason to have food that hot, and it's that you had to put so much spice into it because it's bad meat. It's bad meat. Just fry the chicken, throw a little spice in there. It shouldn't melt your face off in the afternoon. But a lot of people like that here because they're drunk. And they're trying to become, the next Luke Bryan. Trying to become a country music star. How sad is that? Country music is sad anyway, even when it's great. So when you're failing at it, it's like comedy. Right. It's really like stand-up comedy. When you go walk into one of these bars in Nashville, you just see somebody with a guitar be like, hey, y'all, I got molested as a girl, or whatever they sing about. I don't know, but I love country. I like country. I love it. But it is sad when you first start out, just like stand-up comedy. You're standing in a room alone, and you're revealing all these things about yourself to an audience of drunks who don't care. And then I guess you go eat Hattie B's hot chicken, which is now invading L.A. Hot chicken. Man, white people love something where if they eat it, they feel ethnic. That's really what it is. Right. They love eating something spicy. White women named Sarah with pit bulls love eating spicy food. They do. They love it. So we're down here in Nashville, and Ben came down to put the studio together late last night as we're falling asleep. We just got word that the president of the United States and his lovely wife, Melania Trump, who had a little whoopsie, she was on the phone and she was talking about Christmas decorations, and she goes, who cares about this? Who cares about this Christmas shit? But I do it. I do it anyway. The migrant kids, who cares? No one cares when Obama does this to the kids. Poor Melania Trump. You're hot. You're some Slovenian model. You know, you fuck a billionaire. He wifes you up. He locks you up in a golden tower. He's cheating on you. You don't care. You might be cheating on him. Who knows? It's some type of arrangement. You're rich as fuck. Things are going well. You're going out. You're having fun. You know, all of a sudden, he goes, listen, I'm going to be the president of the United States. And for a minute, you think, well, that might be a little fun. And then as you get into it, you realize what an absolute hell it is. I mean, she is the most, I don't want to be disrespectful, say she's like a mail order bride, but she's not. But let's be honest and say that if Donald Trump owned a plumbing company, he's not married to Melania Trump, probably, right? Or many of his other wives. It's just what it is. I hope I'm not blowing anyone's brains with that information. I still hope you believe in love out there. I still hope that you believe in a connection, two soulmates, eyes longingly meeting in a cafe. I hope all of those things to you are still real. But let me not mince words here. There would be no way that Melania and Donald would be together if Donald didn't have a little bit of a fortune. He has a sizable fortune. It makes him appealing. A sizable fortune and the lifestyle can make someone appealing. And now she's in the White House. And she was brooding when she first got there. She wasn't really happy. She didn't like it. She was like a dump. They thought it was a dump. You know, they said that she had to have the Obama's toilets removed. She didn't like any. You know, she thought it was like a dump because she wants to live, you know, in a gold palace, opulent. You know, and the White House is, I guess, kind of plain for them, you know? Because they live like that because they love the poor. Donald and Melania Trump have always had a deep affection for people that worked in the coal mines in Pennsylvania and Ohio. They love the Rust Belt. That's what they're about, you know, forever. And that's why they live in this opulent gold fortress on Fifth Avenue. And that's why they didn't want to move into the White House because they were like, this is a dump. You don't want to move into this dump. But she finally got there. And they had a very... I think they were kidding around when they did Christmas there. I think that's what she's talking about in this leaked phone call. Do we have that, by the way?
I have it right here.
We're going to play Melania Trump's leaked phone call. I feel bad for these people. I often feel for billionaires. I know that people say I shouldn't. I often feel for the very rich because you got to put yourself in their position. They're very rich. And all of this is just a bother. Like the idea that the guy, Jeffrey, that was at your house, now it's on the cover of the paper that he's running a human trafficking ring. It's like, this is annoying to me. That's what being very rich feels like. They're just annoyed all the time. There's just little annoyances all the time. Oh, that woman Ghislaine that used to come to the house, who used to have a couple of drinks and was kind of funny. She was kind of funny. Yeah. Well, you're not going to believe this. She's running a human trafficking ring for the Mossad. And it's just there's small annoyances that you have. You just get upset. Like I get annoyed when, the Wi-Fi at the Airbnb doesn't work. And I go, this is annoying. There's people get annoyed. So I feel bad for Melania because poor Melania Trump's now in the White House, which is a dump. She's in the dumpy White. It's not, let's be honest, straight, it's not that nice. It's not that nice. Real estate has moved on. Watch $1 Million Listing. Watch Selling Sunset. You can do better than the White House. You can do better than a fucking old white plain house that a bunch of school kids walk through. Ugh. A bunch of fat middle Americans taking tours every day. Ugh. No, thank you. So Melania's already pretty disgusted because she knows she's in the private residence, but when she wakes up every morning, she knows before COVID that there were like gross people on the other side of the house taking a tour. She's disgusted by that. She's like, this is grotesque. She goes, I didn't leave my country to come here to be with American people. I came here to marry a billionaire and live like a billionaire. Now I got to do Christmas decorations and worry about kids in the cages. So Melania's like, what the fuck's that about? Melania goes, I know some women that went in cages. It was the best thing they ever did. Changed their life. So here is a leaked phone call. I'm not a fan of leaks. I don't know where this came from.
Her senior advisor.
But this is just fun. And you can hear in Melania's voice, is what I like about it. You can hear in Melania's voice just the frustration with the whole thing. Like, what is this? Melania Trump, everybody.
They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No.
Where I am, I'm working like my ass off.
I know.
That Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but imagine 100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. Needs to go through the process and through the law.
But here's my thing. Hear what you just said. But instead of that, if your messaging, you were so loved.
They would not do the story. We put it out. They would not do the story.
I'm telling you.
You would not believe it. They would not do the story because they would not do the story because they are against us because they're liberal media. Yeah, if I go to Fox, they will do the story. I don't want to go to Fox.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Put the kids in the cage. It's Christmas time. Give me a break with these fucking kids in the cage. We're having Christmas. I love her. I like her immediately. Don't you like her when you hear that? I like her. Because you know what? She's angry. She goes, what are they saying? I'm complicit. What do you want me to do? Mm-hmm. I'm fucking this guy for his money. I'm taking his money. Melania Trump's a feminist hero. She's stealing this guy's money while he sleeps. Now she's fucking got COVID. They're blaming her for the goddamn kids in the cages. I feel for her. She goes, I did the Christmas decorations. Who gives a fuck about that? Who gives a shit? But I do it. And their Christmas decorations were weird. People were saying on Twitter it looked like the Upside Down in Stranger Things. They were comparing it to the Obamas. Because Obamas had like a warm Christmas thing. And the Trumps had like, I think it was like a cold Winter Wonderland theme.
I remember that.
Yeah, Melania looked like the White Witch from Narnia. It was just a strange... But I like a cold Christmas theme. I feel for Melania Trump. Maybe I vote for Melania. How about that? Can I vote for just the spouse? Can I vote for Jill Biden? The spouses here are got to be better than the men. Oh, yeah. The women have got to be better than the men. Jill Biden's got to be more on the ball than him. And from what I've just heard, I think Melania is more qualified than Donald to do this. She's a fucking Slovenian gold digger. Nobody knows more about America than a woman like that who comes over and marries Donald Trump. Nobody understands this country better than her, by the way. People want to shit on her. She gets it. She knows what motivates people, what animates them. I mean, the doomsday planes are up in the air. Ben told me, and what now? These doomsday planes, and they activated them after Trump got COVID, and they didn't want anyone to freak out. They didn't want anybody upset about this. They just said
It was a coincidence.
It's a coincidence. It's happenstance. It's just one of those things that happen. We just put the doomsday planes up in the air because we like to fly. We like to fly them around, see what happens. It's just a doomsday plane. And why do we call it the doomsday plane? No reason. Now, these are the planes that are, what do they cost? It's something absurd.
Something like $220 million.
$220 million. And the plane is supposed to be able to withstand, what, like nuclear radiation and...
Yeah, in the event of a nuclear war, disaster, or other large-scale conflict that threatens key military and government infrastructure, they're used by the airborne command post.
Oh, good.
And there's 4 of them.
There's 4 doomsday planes. Do we know how many of them have been activated? All of them?
I'm not sure. Let me look that up.
We don't know. It's hard to know, folks. I love sheath underwear. It's amazing. I wear it in the pool. It's fun. It's like an underwear, but a bathing suit. It's great. It cradles your junk. You tuck your cock and balls into the front little pouch of it, and it just cradles them. It's very nice. It's fun. It makes you look. It kind of stimulates you, so you always kind of have a little bit of a halfie. You walk around. It looks nice. It seems nice. Sheath underwear. They're big fans of the show. We really appreciate it. They send us free underwear all the time. It's great. You don't ever get sweaty or weird or anything like that. It's a nice underwear for people, and I think everybody should buy it. That's the way I feel. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, all they have to do is use promo code Tim and save 20%.
Are you telling me promo code Tim will save them 20% on sheath underwear?
20%.
Which is perfect as a bathing suit or in the pool. I mean, it's just the most versatile piece of underwear you'll ever get. Sheath underwear. Tim is the promo code and they get 20% off because that seems fucking wild.
It's crazy considering they're a small business.
They're a small business.
Yes. And if it's 100% money back on the first pair, so you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, if you don't like them, you get all your money back, but you're going to love them. You're going to love sheath underwear, and they're a small business. It's a great American story.
Love them.
Love them.
Sheath underwear is worn by comedians and UFC fighters, true warriors on the front line. And if Cowboy Cerrone and Ari Shaffir wear sheaths, it's probably pretty decent. Would you say, Tim?
Well, I don't love that.
It's in the copy.
I don't love that. I don't love that copy. I mean, what are we doing here? I'm trying to sell underwear, and you're telling me about Ari Shaffir and Cowboy Cerrone. What are we doing? You trying to? Are we talking about couture or not? Why don't I do ads for Dior and Chanel? Fuck it. What am I doing here? Plugging. It's a good underwear. Is
It's
what
great.
I'm saying. It really is good. I like it. You don't get that sweaty. It's like nice. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's nice. All right. 20% off Tim Dillon. Just buy the underwear to help the fucking show. Really enough, folks. Good underwear, please. It's for the show.
Just use promo code Tim and save 20%.
Promo code Tim. It is a good product. Thank you. Blue Chew, your dick will thank you. It's a Blue Chew. It has the same active ingredients as all the Viagra Cialis, and it's chewable. And there's no, it's a great dick pill, and there's no doctor visit, no awkward bumbling around the pharmacy. They ship it to your house or your mother's house in discreet packaging. You pick it right up, you chew it. It works very quickly. Get that hit in the bloodstream. The dick is hard. You're ready to go to work. You fuck good. You might fuck your way into some chick who's inheriting a lake house or something. I don't know, but so important to be on your game. Blue Chew. Nobody's fucking anymore. People are on so many SSRIs. Their dick is just like a tiny thing of, whatever. And it doesn't even work because everybody needs 12 pills so they don't cry all the time now. So it's important to have the Blue Chew. Just chew it. I chew a Blue Chew. I wake up. I just look at my dick. I say, nice. And then I go right back to bed. It's important to do. Blue Chew, BLUCHEW. What are the deals we have for them, Benjamin? I know we have so many.
Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code TD. Just pay $5 shipping.
TD gets you $5 of shipping. You visit BlueChew.com. You use the TD promo code and your first order is free. Absolutely no risk.
And did you know Blue Chew is made in the USA? It's prescribed online by licensed physicians. So
Made in the USA. Dick pills in the USA. The only jobs in America left are people making your Blue Chew.
So you don't have to go to the doctor or wait in line. It's even cheaper than a pharmacy, and they prepare and ship it right to you in a discreet package, no awkwardness.
You don't have to go to the doctor, and you don't
have.
have health insurance. You can't go to the doctor anyway, even for real things. So fuck that. Get the Blue Chew.
Again, that's BlueChew.com, promo code TD.
BlueChew.com, promo code TD. I've got my opener on the road with me, Dan Carney. He got upset with me last night because I was going in on sports journalists, and I was suggesting that people like Jameli Hill weren't geniuses.
It's really funny.
It's sports. It's what are we doing? There are smart people that are athletes. Let's get this out of the way for all of you that are angry at me. Go, oh, Tim, you're fat and you're not an athlete, and that's why you're going to blah, blah. No, I am an athlete. I'll beat you in a swim race. I was a great athlete, third fastest butterflyer on Long Island at 7 years old. That counts. That kid doesn't matter. I'm fat now. It counts then. I was winning then. You've never won. But a journalist who covers basketball is not an intelligent human being. Enough. They're not bright. It's what it is. Most journalists who cover politics aren't bright. There's like 5 of them that I respect. But let's stop. But here's the problem. This little guy who I love, he's great. But he had like a basketball podcast. You know what they do is they get the kid. You can't tell anyone under 30 right now that they're not the greatest thing to have existed on earth because they think it's abuse. They stare at you like you're abusing them. If you tell them that they are not the reincarnation of Jesus Christ on the planet. So everybody likes things they could talk with authority about.
Sure.
You know what I mean? People like the things they can speak with authority about. So when I was denigrating people that talk about sports professionally for money, he got a little mad at me because he had a basketball podcast with his very attractive friend. I used to tune in every now and then because the friend is like insanely attractive. And then, of course, there's the one that I usually spend time with. But they're just not. I mean, sports are important. We need them as a country. They're good. I'm all for that. Competition, blah, blah, blah. I'm with it all. And there's some very smart people that are coaches, and I get that. But when you talk about the people that are sports journalists, I mean, I don't know how many real geniuses you have in that crew. Is that a controversial statement?
I don't think so.
Are people getting angry at me? I like Bob Costas. He's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Brian Gumbel. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't smart people out there.
Bill Simmons.
Bill Simmons. Yeah, there's a lot of smart people. But by and large, on the whole, let's cut it out. What are they analyzing? Balls going in a hole. That's what they're doing. No, there's more to it than that. Yeah, not really. Not really. It isn't. Am I wrong here? They're analyzing a game that can be played by children. It's not, but it can be understood by a child. That's why children play sport. Children don't play War and Peace. They don't play geopolitics because they don't understand it, but they can understand sports because it's pretty simple. There is a hoop. The ball will now go in the hoop. Is that not what's being analyzed? Am I wrong here? Is there something deeper than that? I know with the SJW shit and the politics, everybody wants to, pretend. But let's be very honest here. I mean, you love golf. Are you going to get mad at me if I say golf is simple?
No.
If I'm writing about it as a journalist, is it relatively simple?
No, you're whacking a little ball in the woods.
Tiger Woods' dad at 4 years old said, you're going to be great, and he got great. Mm-hmm. Ike Turner did the same thing to his ex-wife, Tina. Said, you're going to be great, and she got great. I'm not talking about methods. It doesn't matter. Ike Turner didn't say to Tina, go out, honey, and figure it out on your own time. He said, let's get it moving. And what happened? Legend. What happened to Tiger Woods? Legend. Mm-hmm. But how complex is this? This isn't the Cold War. It's golf. It's fucking basketball. Cut it out. No, Tim, you don't like sports. You're gay, and gay people don't appreciate sport. I love the sports, the drama, the competition. I get it. Just don't come around and tell me people that recap reality shows are also not bright. Am I hurting anyone's feelings when I say that? People whose main job is to do a recap of a reality show. These are not terribly intelligent human beings. They're crafty and savvy, maybe. There's many of them all over the place on social media. But the first words I think of are not intelligence. When somebody's breaking down a scene that happened on Love Island or whatever horror is being delivered to us. There's not a lot of smart people on this planet. There's not. There's a very small group. It is a curse that I'm one of them. I don't want to be one of them. I'd rather not be one of them. I'd rather not be one of the smart people. I don't want that. I'd rather have a huge dick and a six-pack and not know anything. But I am an oracle of wisdom. Oh, no. I didn't know that was going to happen. But it happened. People get mad at me because they don't think that I respect their basketball podcast enough. Stavi Baby has a basketball podcast, Stavros. I'm sure it's fine, but Stavi wouldn't tell you this is a genius level.
Right.
Because we're talking about sports, which is not complex. It's not that complicated. People make it to be very complicated. It's not that complicated, by the way. You have a lot of money, you buy the good players. Some of them get hurt. You got to buy other ones. I'm going to get so much hate for this, but I don't understand it. It's relatively, I get it. I love athletes. I'm really impressed by somebody that gets up every day and puts work into their ability to do something physically. I think that is great. I'm a big proponent of that. But again, are they the brightest people? No, in fact, being dumb is a great asset if you're an athlete.
It is.
It's so important
Mentally, yeah.
to be kind of dumb if you're an athlete. Mm-hmm. If you think you're going to think your way out of winning, mm-hmm. I'm telling you, if you're too intelligent, it's a curse. You got to be into the physicality, the body, the moving around, the just focus, tunnel vision every day, ball, hole. You can't be with your mind going in 10 different directions. You can't be a deeply contemplative person. I think it helps to be a little dull, little dense. We don't want, and that's why you see athletes, they're gorgeous and they're beautiful. We love them. We need them. But they're not exactly the smartest people. It's true. I'm telling you the truth. You don't want the truth, you go somewhere else. Just don't get mad at me. I felt bad. This little guy got mad. He talks when he'll make a point with sports. He gets in a tone and he's like, well, what you have to understand. Shut up. What are you saying? Are you on the team? Are you on the team? Are you making money from the team? Then what are we doing here? What I have to understand. What do I have to understand about the Golden State Warriors? What do I really have to understand? What's essential that I understand? Okay? Not much. But you can't talk to somebody who's young and tell them that. I mean, it's also like, I've done this rant before. I'm not going to do it again, but men treat sports like women treat fashion. They all like it. They all think that there's some job in it for them. And in many cases, there's not. Okay? You're not going to be Dave Portnoy and you're not going to be fucking Tory Burch. It's just what it is. Every fucking girl's running around college going, I love fashion. I want to work in fashion. And a lot of guys like, I want to be a sports agent because they like sports. Everybody likes sport. It's like majoring in tits. You like pussy too? I mean, I don't, but it's pretty popular. I mean, that's what people like. I like fashion. What do you mean? You like being hot?
Right.
No fat chick ever says that. No grotesque monster goes, I like fashion. I love fashion. They don't love fashion. Hot chicks like fashion because they like looking hot. It's not a job. I mean, it is a job, Melania. But the reality is, so people just lose their minds when you tell them. I mean, this guy, I think he majored in like exercise science or something. He majored in the elliptical. I mean, this is a major now. It's sports medicine and what? Talking about sports medicine. What is that, jerking off an ex-Major League Baseball player? Is that what we're doing? He majored in that. Here's What the hell is that major? Here's your knee cream. What are we doing? But that's what he majored in. He majored in fitness and, I don't know, the philosophy of the treadmill, weight training. You know, I don't get it. They studied what Proust had to say about the ketogenic diet. I don't know. I'm just saying it's not a major and you're not intelligent. I get it. You're good looking. I appreciate that and I respect that and you all have discipline. But don't come at me and get mad at me for just saying a little bit of truth. Audiences in Nashville have been fine. They've been good. We sold out 6 shows. They have not been as amazing as Texas. I've been really getting into Texas. We're thinking about maybe moving Los Angeles. We talked about this earlier today. We're thinking about getting out of California. And it part of it is the economic collapse, the fires, the homelessness, the civil unrest, the racial tension, the policing, the lack of freedom, the dirt, the diseases that are coming back, the high cost of living, the high property tax burden, the high income tax burden, the mismanagement of the state, the political issues, the earthquakes, the tectonic issues. That's just to name a few negatives. The death of Hollywood, how embarrassing it is to even be in this business. The idea that everything is independent now and you don't have to be in Los Angeles to get any opportunities and nobody's giving you any opportunities. You give them to yourself. And the opportunities you get can get taken right away. And we're thinking about moving. And I got to be honest with you, I mean, for no other reason. And me and Ben literally just we looked at America and we threw a fucking pin at the country and we didn't even know where it was going to go. We're thinking about maybe Austin, Texas. And it's just, we threw a pin and it was dark. Room was dark and the map was dark. And we just threw a pin and I said, what is that? And it was Austin, Texas. And it's so, and again, I don't know if we'll know anyone there. I don't know if anyone we know lives there. Probably not. We'll probably be alone. We'll probably be the biggest podcast in Austin, Texas, if we move there. I'm not saying we will, but I imagine if we do, we'll be number 1 pretty quickly. But maybe we'll go there. I don't know. I spoke to a realtor. I called a realtor. But you know me, I do a little fake business. I don't know if it becomes real business. But I am a little sick of the idea. When you sit in L.A. and you sit in these restaurants and you watch how silly this town is, how sad it is. In L.A., you have 2 extremes of people. You have 16-year-olds who've just arrived, the TikTok kids who are running around, the paparazzi are chasing them. They've got it's a quick burn, their careers, but they're getting money stuffed down their throat. They're having a ball. And then on the other side, you have people that won't let fame go. They won't let it go. They just, they're holding on to it for dear life. Both of those things are very interesting to watch. You're between both of them in LA. You have people that are relevant for no reason immediately, who are like just in a daze, they're in a haze. These kids don't even know what's happening. They're just being followed around by paparazzi. They're making all this money. Some of them are savvier than others, but they're just like, wow, what the fuck? And then on the other end, you have people that are just at the end. They've done it. They've done what they came to do. And many of them don't know that yet. No one's informed them. No one's pulled them aside and said, you've done this. You did it. It's time to graduate. Here's your diploma. Now walk out. You should have did this years ago. Walk out with the class now. You can't keep coming back into the school. We know you like the pep rallies. We know you like the pep rallies. We know you like homecoming. We know you enjoy it. We know it's fun and you feel just like you felt the first time you did it. But I'm here to tell you this. Everybody's creeped. They're creeped out. And I'm telling you, it's like Grisabella. If you've seen Cats, it's a gay podcast. I shit on sports. I'm talking about cats, but Grisabella in the play Cats is like an old cat. And she's like, she sings memories, memory, da, 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 da. And she's like this ratty cat that walks out. And that's what you have in Hollywood. You got a bunch of ratty cats walking around that don't know it's time to go die. And cats go die alone. Sometimes you got to go die alone. Whitney was making me laugh. Whitney Cummings was like obsessed with helping animals, and which is what I like about her. If she helped people, it would be grotesque, but I like that she helps animals. And she kept picking up a cat on her way back to the Comedy Store, taking it to the animal hospital, and they kept going, the cat's just trying to die. Like, cats go alone to die. So, like, literally this cat is trying to die, and then Whitney's, like, putting it on her Instagram, like, saved it again. And the cat's like, let me die. So that's what LA is. There's a lot of people there that you just got to let them walk out. But I look at it, I go, what's my place here? You know, what's my place? What am I going to do? Am I going to walk around Jake Paul's compound, you know, with an AR-15 and protect him? What am I going to do? What is my purpose here? What is my point? I sit in a Boa Steakhouse and I stare at these kids, and they're walking around, you know, with face tattoos, and they're all on drugs I've barely even heard of, you know. You know, they're dancing, you know, they're dancing in front of their cream spinach, and they're making more money than I could even ever imagine, you know? And I'm just sitting there like, where do I fit into all of this? What am I going to be into merch? Is that what I'm going to do? Is that why I came to LA, to sell t-shirts? I just want to sell merch. This is my new shirt, new drop. New drop's coming. New merch drop's coming. We're dropping it. Getting dropped. It's merch. Things you can wear. Things you can wear. You wear them. I sell them. You buy them. I'm an artist. Is that what we're here to do, folks? You want sneakers? Now, we are going to do merch. And don't, when I do that, don't come back with this and tell me I've done the wrong thing. I'm not letting it become my whole identity. That's the point. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I've done it in the past. But I mean, the excitement people have over merch. Get it? It's getting dropped. Is that what we're supposed to? I mean, the Nell kids make $1 trillion every time they do a drop. It says full send. They've got to make billions of dollars, those kids. And I like those kids. Because they embrace the darkness of the world in a different way. They go to college campuses and tell everybody to just fuck the corona out of each other and jump headfirst into a pool and do all the drugs and, you know, light your parents' car on fire. I respect that. You know, they do fun pranks like, I don't know, they drink beer in front of cops and get in fights. They go to jail. They try to recreate 9/11. All of that stuff I think is good. It's interesting. It's better than a lot of the shit my friends are doing. Let them do it. Good for them. But the merch, they just go wild with the merch. Everybody, young kid, they just want that full send, and God love them. Send me a full send sweatshirt and I'll wear it. But is that what we're supposed to do? Are we supposed to hang out in LA and just meet and talk about merch until we both blow our brains out? Is that what I'm going to do, to design a hoodie? My other merch is a joke. It's fun. You should wear it. It's cool, but it's a joke. We got a guy to do a sketch. It's a bit, and it's funny. I'm going to sit down now and like I'm a fashion designer, and you look at me, you go, I want merch from him. What is that? Comedians are now that? Can you imagine some guy talking to Kinnison and be like, now you're also a stylist. How did that come about? Yeah, I've got a new line of merch about my time as a tent preacher. Sam Kinnison's doing a new ShipStation. A lot of people right now are looking at e-commerce, online business. Very smart. Go get the shit all over your house and sell it online. It is smart. Well, how do you ship it? How do you keep track of your big orders, your small orders? You don't want to do all the back office work. You need to be creative. Keep making whatever garbage you're selling to people online. You need ShipStation. ShipStation is a product that can basically take alleviate the burden of you having to do all the back office work. ShipStation is very easy. It helps you ship all kinds of things, whether your shipping needs are very large or very small. ShipStation will let you tailor the program to fit your specific needs as a small or growing business. ShipStation is amazing. It takes all of the hassle out of doing an online e-commerce business. It is amazing. It utilizes all the major shipping companies, finds you the best rates, allows you to scale up or down depending on the volume that you're doing. ShipStation is very important, and you can get 3 months of it free. And you know, when you start a business, it's very hard to turn a profit immediately. Imagine if you could get 3 months of this amazing service.
60 days.
60 days? Of course, you want 3 months, you greedy pig. You're getting 2 months. 2 fucking months, you want 3? No, you don't get 3. It's still America. 60 days of this amazing product free. All they have to do is go to ShipStation and use promo code what?
Tim Dillon.
Promo code Tim Dillon at ShipStation. You get 60 days of this product free. The first 2 months, half the quarter on the arm. You can organize. You can make sure that you know that your products are being shipped efficiently to the people buying them. You can make sure that there is no backlog. You're not doing meetings and calls. You're not running around. It is easily accessible, quick, digital, everything you want it to be. It's so easy to use.
Yeah, you just have to click on the microphone.
I enjoy it so much. I don't even have a business. I just ship blank boxes to people. And I go, did you get that? And they go, yeah, what the hell's in it? And I go, nothing. You know what's in it? Peace of mind, because I know that ShipStation's doing a job.
Just click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Tim Dillon.
Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Tim Dillon, and all of it starts. You're going to be Warren Buffett. Ridge Wallet. Yum. Ridge Wallet is the product that we've been advertising on this show maybe the longest. It is a titanium carbon fiber wallet. It comes in many different colors and flavors and samples. It is metallic. It is easy to use. You slide it in your front pocket. It is easy. You keep a slight amount of cash, a little cash, a card, your lawyer's number. It makes you pare down all the unnecessary shit, the wads of garbage you keep in your other wallet. Ridge Wallet is great. It is discreet. People barely know you have it. It is easy to sanitize. Put it between both of your hands, rub it together with some sanitizer, and then bam, you're good to go. It's not an old leather wallet with business cards of people that never did business with you, and old cash that came out of a stripper's cunt. It is a Ridge Wallet. It is new. It is new wave. You're going to be into it. Futuristic. It looks cool. It'll get you laid. Somebody at the bar, man or woman, will look at you and go, I want to fuck you because you got that Ridge Wallet, and you'll say, thank you. That's the way it works. Ridge Wallet is amazing. Everybody loves it. All the podcasters love it. It's so easy. It's so great. They've got a lot of great products. The wallet is amazing. It is Ridge Wallet. What are we doing there? How are we giving them free shipping, worldwide shipping, and returns if you don't like it, but you know you're going to love it.
Yeah, and on top of that, you get 10% off.
10% off. How about that? And what is the code here, Benjamin?
Ridge.com/Tim and use code Tim.
Ridge.com/Tim and use code Tim. Ridge.com/Tim and use code Tim. And I'll tell you what, folks, we are partying. I mean, I don't know. I just look around at LA and I go, where do I fit? Where do I fit? 97% of people that do comedy are mentally ill. 3% of us are mentally ill and funny. It's the only difference. You got 2 clubs in LA. You got the Improv and the Comedy Store and the Ice House, okay? And Flappers. And I love the Ice House, and I love the Improv, and I love the store, but I don't know when things are open. I don't know when Garcetti's going to open that up. They were going to do shows in the parking lot of the Comedy Store, and they already said no.
Right.
Somebody ratted them out. Some rat. You know? The Saddle Ranch, which is next to the Comedy Store, you want to talk about a horrific restaurant. I mean, beyond, it's like chicken fingers. It's the most popular restaurant in LA right now. They've set up tables and chairs in the parking lot, and the TikTok kids go in there and they throw chicken fingers at each other. Why is the earthquake not here? I mean, what is going on? How do you take this place seriously? How does one grow old here with any dignity? Explain that to me. Show me how. I get it why RuPaul went and started fracking. Okay? I'm going to start fracking. If I make a little more money on this Patreon, I'm going to go to, RuPaul's got fucking gas lines in Kazakhstan. And I get it. What are you going to fucking do? Sit at the Saddle Ranch and eat coleslaw while 15-year-olds finger fuck each other in front of the paparazzi? You got to move into other things. Christ almighty.
No.
I used to like LA when I first met Benjamin. We used to sit in Benjamin's garage and watch InfoWars and, the news. And we'd have a lot of fun, and we did the sketches, and they were fun, and we'd go and do spots, and we'd go to the House of Pies and eat pies, which were good, but not great, but Ben really loved them, but did I get you the Briarmere Farms pie? I didn't get it for you.
The one me, you, and Ray did in Long Island? Is that the one you're talking about where we got the pie and the cider?
No, the Briarmere is a raspberry cream from the East End by the Hamptons.
Oh, okay.
We didn't get it that time. But that's the pie. But the point is, at a certain point, you got to just know when to hold them, know when to fold them, I guess. Yeah. What's coming good here? Show me what's good. Why am I staying here? The business I'm in has melted. It is goo on the ground now. The idea of having a TV show is embarrassing. It would you're embarrassed now if you have a TV show. Oh, are you the guy from that show? No. Are you the guy from that show on True TV where they talk about whose doghouse is better? No. Yes, you are. That's the guy from True TV. Are you the guy that hosts the hot dog challenge? No, I'm not. Please just drive me home. I saw your show. It's really funny. It's an embarrassment already. Enough is enough. Reno 911, arguably one of the funniest shows of the last decade, ends up coming back on Quibi, which is like this app that's a fucking complete mess where you're supposed to download it and watch high quality stuff, shows in 7-minute increments. It's like a joke. It's called Quibi. These always have dumb names. NBC did something called CISO. Now they're doing Peacock. And is everybody lining up to watch Peacock? What's your favorite show? I like the show on Peacock. What are you saying? Sounds like a gay bar. I want to go to Peacock. I'm watching my shows on Cumstream. I mean, I just think it's kind of a joke now. The show is what we're doing. The studio is what we make it and what we do. The videos are what we decide they are. The guests are who we book. The live show is what the live show is. I mean, there's no other components here, and there's something a little frustrating about that when you hit a wall and you go, well, wait a minute. What's the goal is to just try to keep being funny and keep introducing new elements to this show to make it better. And that is that's interesting and it's challenging, but I'll tell you this right now. I have a very bleak view of the future of the mainstream of this business and my place in it specifically. And when you get rid of that, the reasons to live in LA are not that many. It's not a beach ain't that nice. It's nice. It's not bad. Hermosa Beach is beautiful. Malibu's okay. But the amount of money you spend there and the hassle of living there versus other places to live, like Austin, Texas, maybe. We don't know. Completely random selection. It's a very weird random selection to choose there, but I don't know where the hub of comedy is going to be. I don't think it's going to be in LA. And you know what? I went back to New York and I love New York and I'm, a New Yorker and blah, blah, blah. I'm not too impressed with New York at the moment. I'm not too impressed. I think New York's got a lot of pain ahead of it. And God bless the people that still live there. I've never defined my life by geography. Some people, I'm in New York. Shut up. What are you? What are you, freak? I'm in New York. Shut up. What'd you do? Think New York gives a fuck about you? I've never defined my life by a zip code. I like to get out there. I don't really give a fuck where I live as long as we can work and make funny shit. But yeah, I'm not going back to New York. I'll tell you that much. Not with de Blasio, not with that fucking nightmare. And all these people in New York are like, It's going to go back to being gritty and all the artists will come back. Yeah, but there's none. You see? None of you are talented. Okay? This is like CBGB, but everybody sucks. There's no David Byrne in the Talking Heads. You can't play the guitar. So you're just getting stabbed, and then there's no upside. It's all bad. I got beat up on the way to the club. Now I get to walk in and hear this hack who's horrible. It sucks. There's some great comics in New York, but let's be honest. Comedy right now is just full of people that, for the most part, should be locked in a home. They should not be. There should be contact tracing for comedians. Where'd you go? Who'd you see? Who'd you talk to? Not all of them, but a fair amount. I'm not too impressed with New York. I don't know. The once great city, and I'm sure it'll be great again. I'm 35 years old. I don't have the time to wait around through another few cycles of, people of bloodletting. I don't need to wait around through the bloodletting. Ben's trying to start a family. I'm trying to start a harem of lacrosse players. I don't need to be sitting there for 5 years waiting for like Bill de Blasio or whoever. He's going to maybe get ousted in 13 months, maybe not, 12 months, whenever that election is. We're a month away from the presidential election in America. The president is quarantining for 2 weeks. All Souls Day, Halloween, the doomsday planes are in the air. We've got people being recreated. Dead Parkland kids are being recreated and turned into fucking voting PSAs. We are there. So you got to decide where you want to be. You got to decide what physical location you want to be when there gets worse. Because we're already there. I just don't know where there goes. And it could be somewhere not good. You might want a little property. You might want a little space. If you can swing it. If you can't swing it, that's okay too. But something's coming. Something's already here. And it's not good. And many of us that have paid attention kind of understood this was happening. It's been happening for decades and decades. Mm-hmm. This is not new. If you've read a book or two that weren't recommended to you, that you stumbled upon and found, and you understood the deep trouble that we've been in for a while, and the propensity for that trouble to get even worse, then this isn't a shock. How quickly it's all happening is a little shocking. Mm-hmm. It's a little stunning. My mouth was wide today when I saw that kid get recreated. I was kind of shocked at that. So me and Ben might go back to Texas. Ben's a Texas boy. Mm-hmm. He grew up in the Texas hills, just walking around looking for the devil.
We got some live news, Tim.
What is it?
Trump is on his way to the hospital.
Really?
He's departing the White House by helicopter late Friday. The official said the visit was precautionary and that Trump would work from the hospital's presidential suite. Early Friday, the White House said Trump remains fatigued and had been injected with an experimental antibody cocktail, but he is going to be at a military hospital for the weekend.
This is very bad news. This is very, very bad news. And obviously nobody wants, well, I don't want, I'm not going to say nobody because I'm sure that that's not a factual thing. Nobody wants Trump to be impaired drastically by this. Number one, if you're a thinking person, you realize how vulnerable that makes the country, even though the Pentagon will step in. You want an election to happen here. You don't want somebody who's drastically impaired. This is a very, very trying time. It is truly, we're on the brink here. We're on the verge. We're on the edge. As much as we joke around, as much as we have fun on the show, and it's what our job is, we are on the brink of some challenges that could prove insurmountable in the short term. And I think that people don't quite understand that. We are heading towards a place. There's never been less trust. I mean, if you go back to the Civil War and stuff, fine. But just for the purposes of the point I'm going to make, there's never been less trust in this country than what I see now. People are quick to violence. Nobody trusts any of the major institutions, the media, the government. We have a pandemic. We have an economic collapse. We have a president of the United States in the hospital. We have an election that's already very contentious, unraveling. and unfolding where we're going to have some answer in a month's time. One of my favorite quotes, hell is empty and all the devils are here. William Shakespeare. Truly, this makes 2009 look like a cakewalk in the park. 2009, we just had a recession. We had a cool black dude running the show, and everybody was like, we'll figure it out. But as far as this goes, we are right now, we got dead people coming back to do commercials here. That was that great Bill Hicks joke about that Yul Brynner when he died. It was an anti-smoking PSA. And Bill Hicks was like, Yul Brynner's like, the commercial was, I'm Yul Brynner and I'm dead now. Bill Hicks was like, what's he selling? A great joke. Trump headed to the hospital, precautionary visit with COVID.
He's on a cocktail of Regeneron. It's an experimental antibody
He's getting
treatment.
the best. He's getting the best.
Uh-huh.
This could mean war with China. This could just mean a war with China. Truly. How?
He has a fever. He's lethargic. They said this is just all precautionary.
Is he 75?
I think Trump's 74. Let me see.
This is who it's going to get. This is who it gets,
Yeah,
folks.
he's 74.
Yeah, 74 is not the age you want to be if you get corona.
Overweight, too.
He's overweight.
Yeah. Bad diet.
Doesn't eat the best foods. You want to talk about Shakespearean if he died of coronavirus, right? It's a little Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Little crazy if he died of that. If his condition worsened, that would be... this is the wildest period in American history, I think, other than really World War II or the Civil War. I just can't think of anything where there's just been a succession of events that have happened one after another like this. Mm-hmm. It highlights even how silly LA is. What a silly, unserious place it is when this stuff starts to happen. And you start to realize now that, we're in uncharted waters here. Boris Johnson went to the hospital with this.
Yeah.
And he came out okay, but it was tough.
It was tough.
Yeah, and he was much younger than Trump. Probably both in not great shape, but a precautionary visit.
Yeah, Boris was 56.
Here's the thing, man. He would not be going to the hospital if there was nothing going on.
That's how I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Right?
They'd have doctors come in there. They have doctors there. Would come in.
Right.
So he's going to the hospital and it's not good.
The power has not been transferred to the vice president yet, but this is all live on Drudge. I'm here right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow. Mike Pence is healthy. Right? We're sitting in an Airbnb in Nashville. It's like we're sitting in an Airbnb in Nashville. The president of the United States has just gone to the hospital with coronavirus. The 74-year-old overweight president of the United States, who happens to be Donald Trump. Today, I woke up and I watched a child who was killed in a Parkland school shooting get reanimated to come back and deliver an anti-gun PSA. Okay? I then scrolled down on my phone to be informed that trust in institutions was at record lows, and people were already starting to see irregularities with the voting in the election, which has been taking place absentee for, I believe, a few weeks. Then I looked at the earthquakes that are happening right where I live out in the desert in California that could suggest a larger and bigger earthquake. Okay? Then I ate some truly mediocre hot chicken out of a box that my opener waited 35 minutes to get, all the while on the line probably cursing me because I didn't understand the importance of his basketball podcast. Okay? Now we sit down, try to do a nice little episode for everybody, talk about the things that are happening, defend the honor of the great grifter and gold digger Melania Trump.
Yes.
Who's I don't know if she's in the hospital. You think she's accompanying Donald to the hospital?
Probably. She has mild symptoms though. She's supposedly fine.
She'll be fine. Those Eastern Europeans, I mean, come on, they come to the country in a crate. You think you can get them? We're on the verge of a civil war, conflict with China. We're already in a trade war with them, Cold War, hot war. A country of endless grifts. The month of October. Want to make a hack pumpkin spice latte joke here, but you just can't. Because we're on the verge of... You could wake up tomorrow and the president could not be here anymore and it'd be pandemonium.
Oh, yeah.
Could happen during one of my shows tonight. We could get word, God forbid, we don't want this, that the president is in a coma or passed out or dead or anything during one of my comedy shows. And, I mean... What a time to be performing stand-up comedy. Somebody could yell out a heckle during my set, like, Trump's dead now or something. And I guess I would just have to say, all right, well, in light of this news, I don't think it's appropriate to continue the show, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's what I would say. I think that's what I would say if something like that were to happen. And I don't usually do stuff like that, but I would say kind of like in light of the recent developments, I would say tragic. I'm in Nashville. I'd say in light of the recent tragic developments, it is inappropriate now for me to continue my show. But we do have a merch table outside with a hoodie that I've spent months designing for you. So if you want to get in on this merch, but man, it's fucking wild out. I don't know where this goes. This is the Willy Wonka boat ride that we're on here, you know? Can you get that up? Can we play that a little bit? Or is that
the Willy Wonka boat ride?
Yeah.
Maybe.
See if we can get that up. They get on the boat with Wonka. I can see he's mentally unstable.
If that song's not copyrighted, I think we should be able to.
It's probably all copyrighted.
Yeah, it's copyrighted.
All right. Or YouTube will take all our money. YouTube will say no more money. Wow. Well, we hope the president has a speedy recovery. We hope there is an election, that it is fair, that people are happy with the result. No one's ever going to be happy with anything, but that people are confident that it was a free election and that we still have a democracy. I really hope that. You know?
Yeah.
But we will be a dictatorship with merch. Like, we will still have merch. Don't worry about it. The military junta will be firmly in place, and we'll all be selling each other fucking hoodies with funny, wacky faces on them. I don't know what to tell you. I'll use a sports analogy. It feels like it's time for a Hail Mary. Yeah. How about that? Is that fun for everyone? A little sports analogy right now. We're in end times. It's an odd place to broadcast from. Yeah. It's an odd place to plug dates, which I'm about to do right now. But during end times, where are you getting your chuckles? Because right after this, we've got shows in Salt Lake City, Utah. We've got shows in Tampa. We have shows in Palm Beach, Florida. We have shows in Chicago. We have shows in Oklahoma. We have shows in Denver, and we have shows in Kansas City. And then we are wrapping up this leg of the tour, and then we're going to chill for a few months in the winter, keep doing the podcast, get some of our energy back, regenerate, you know.
And Phoenix, too.
And Phoenix, which is not selling well. So if you're out there in Phoenix, please buy tickets. Phoenix is selling okay. Everything else is really sold out. Every market really except Phoenix. I mean, and we've added shows. So there's tickets in every market, but we've added shows. Phoenix could do a little better. Speaking of Phoenix, we hope Donald J. Trump rises like a phoenix. You think Melania's at his bedside right now with a lawyer and the will? Donald, you made promises to me. Donald, I have to put up Christmas decorations. Who gives a shit about them? Wow.
I mean, by the time this is out, he might be.
I don't know. I mean, we're hoping that does not happen. But I mean, we've never seen the wheels come off something so quickly. I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't even begin to tell you how quick the wheels have come off this society. Truly. But, you know, get that merch. Good night.